Have you ever wondered why, even years after a heartbreak, a betrayal, or a failure, you still feel the sting? Why do some wounds never seem to close, no matter how many distractions you pile on top? You scroll endlessly, drown yourself in work, binge-watch shows, but late at night, when it's just you and your thoughts, the pain is still there. Here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not the pain itself that keeps you suffering. It's the way you think about it. And there's one philosopher who gave us a way out of this endless cycle. Friedrich Nietzsche. The problem: why we stay stuck in pain. Most of us see suffering as an accident, as something unfair that happens to us. We see ourselves as victims of bad luck, cruel people, or a harsh universe. But Nietzsche flips this perspective. He argued, to live is to suffer. To survive is to find meaning in the suffering. Think about that for a moment. Pain isn't a mistake. Pain is the price of being alive. So why does it crush us? Because we resist it. Instead of facing it, we fight reality. We keep saying, it shouldn't have happened. Life isn't fair. I deserve better. Nietzsche referred to this as resentment, an endless cycle of blaming fate, people, or circumstances for one's own misery. But resentment is a trap. It doesn't heal you. It chains you to your suffering. Question for you. When something bad happens, do you find yourself asking, why me? If so, you've already felt the grip of resentment. Nietzsche's solution: turning pain into power. Nietzsche's advice is as radical as it is simple. Stop running from pain. Face it. Use it. Transform it. He gave us a phrase in Latin, amor fati. It means love of fate, not just accepting what happens, but loving it, even the worst moments. At first, this sounds impossible. Why should we love heartbreak, failure, loss? Because Nietzsche argues those moments aren't just wounds. They are weapons. They are the grindstone that sharpens you into someone stronger. Think of it like this. A sword doesn't become sharp by avoiding friction. It becomes sharp because of the grindstone. You are the same. Without pain, there's no depth, no growth, no resilience. Think back to the hardest challenge in your life. Isn't it true that in some way it shaped who you are today? Nietzsche would say, don't just tolerate that suffering, embrace it, because it's proof that life is forging you into something greater. The challenge: eternal return. Now comes Nietzsche's boldest idea, the eternal return. He asks us to imagine a thought experiment. What if a demon appeared to you and said, you must live this exact life again, every heartbreak, every mistake, every failure, on repeat, forever? How would you react? Most of us would scream, no, please, not again. But Nietzsche says, the goal is to live in such a way that you could say, yes, I want it all again. Why? Because the moment you can say yes to your entire life, even the suffering, you are free. You're no longer a victim of your past. You're no longer afraid of the future. You understand that life doesn't promise comfort, but it offers something greater. The chance to turn suffering into meaning, strength, and power. So let me ask you, if you had to live your life again, exactly as it is, would you accept it, or would you run from it? The practical shift from victim to creator. Let's make this practical. The next time pain enters your life, instead of asking, "Why me?" try asking, "What can this teach me? How can this make me stronger? How can I use this fire to build the person I want to become?" This doesn't erase the pain, but it transforms your relationship to it. Nietzsche once wrote, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." When you give meaning to your suffering, it stops being just suffering. It becomes fuel. So why do you still suffer? Not because life is cruel, but because you resist what is. But there is another way. Instead of running, instead of resenting, say yes. Love your fate. Embrace your scars, and let them forge you into someone who cannot be broken. Because the truth is this: your suffering isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your transformation. That's Nietzsche's wisdom. Now I'll leave you with a question. Will you keep running from pain, or will you finally embrace it? Thank you.